Where's my DJ?
Put that camera on me.
Can't believe what I just heard.
Are you good or bad at what you're doing? You're terrible. You're the worst.
Something is wrong with you.
This is the definition of player hating.
The best show on television.
Stop right there. He's the best.
Definitely co-sign that sentiment.
Thanks for tuning in to First Take.
Start the damn show.
Yeah, thanks for tuning into First Take. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Jalen Rose.
Good morning.
Max Kellerman.
I know this guy from Ballers on Brawlers on Max Unboxing. What's going on?
No doubt. Good morning.
Smooth. Stephen A. out there in Philly. How we doing, Stephen A.?
Hey, you know something? Jalen, Max, Molly, first of all, good morning. Good morning. I'm not Max. I'm going to say good morning first, okay?
Well, good morning.
But I will tell y'all this. All right? I'm here in Philly tonight, Philly-Boston. I'm looking forward to this game. That game last night, the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh.
The Brooklyn Nets. Jalen, it was something special. I thought it was over. I thought they were down 25 to start the fourth quarter. I thought it was over. And Max D'Angelo Russell. What a show.
By the way, it is over. For the Kings, it's over. Sacramento Kings, it's
stand
over.
up. Yeah, Russell trending all night, guys. He dropped 44 with 27 coming in the fourth quarter alone. Stephen A., since you're so hype about it, I'll start with you. What's the significance of this Nets win?
The significance of it is that it just reminds you, all right, Jalen, Max, they're like 37 and 36. They're a game above 500. They would be in the playoffs today. There is no star on this team. I understand D'Angelo Russell is an all-star. But there is, and Dinwiddie we like. Allen we like. A whole bunch of their players I like. But I got to tell you, there is no star on this team. But organizationally, from the top on down, to Sean Marks, to Atkinson, to the roster, if you are a free agent, how can you not consider them? If you are a superstar, tell me what it is that you need other than you, considering the other parts that they have on this squad to contend for a title. If you are a star, Jalen and Max, I understand another good player, it would keep them being a respectable team. But they're respectable now. If you're a Kevin Durant, if you're a Kawhi Leonard, if they are indeed going to have enough cap space for two max players this summer, everybody's sitting here talking about the New York Knicks. What the hell about the Brooklyn Nets? What about them? Because I'm telling you right now, it's something special that is developing in Brooklyn, New York. I'm a New York Knicks fan to my core for all my life, but I got to give respect where it's due. Brooklyn is in the building. Brooklyn is I'm just telling you right now, you're a marquee free agent. You got to look at the Brooklyn Nets just as much as you look at the Los Angeles Clippers, and you got to sit up there and say, yo, the Knicks and the Lakers, two of the biggest franchises in sports, might be stepchildren compared to these brothers right here. Brooklyn is in the building. That's all I'm saying. They relevant. They relevant. In
the immortal lines from the show Kung Fu, patience, young grasshopper, is what I take away from the Brooklyn Nets yesterday. Look, D'Angelo Russell was drafted second overall. Marcellus Wiley and I used to argue about this on Max and Marcellus and on LA radio all the time, Stephen A. And I said, patience with D'Angelo Russell. He's a talented guy, but he's not a super athlete. He does it with court vision, timing. He's big for the position. He shoots it well. And we used to argue about him versus Moutier and stuff like that, because Moutier is much more athletic. And in summer league and as a rookie, the athletes can kind of jump out in front like the tortoise and the hare, right? But D'Angelo Russell, who in the era of one and done, it's almost like kids are coming straight from high school. These are not finished products. You know why Kyle Kuzma looks good this year, or has looked good? Because he had 4 years in college. If he would have come out as a freshman, he wouldn't have made the league. But he's a much more polished product, as you know, spending all that time in college learning. D'Angelo Russell was one and done. People wanted him to hit the ground running. Number 2 overall pick. What's going on? Why is this guy better? That guy better? He's a bust. Lakers wind up trading him. 4 years into his career, he's an all-star. Lou Williams was talking about it. It's pretty good, 4 years to be an all-star. That's pretty good, and he's still getting better? Now, why did the Lakers have to trade D'Angelo Russell in the first place? Because they foolishly gave Timofey Mozgov a $64 million 4-year contract. They had to leverage out of that using their number 2 pick in order to create cap space to get LeBron and hopefully another max player. Had they not pushed their chips to the middle of the table on Timofey Mozgov and Luol Deng, they would not have to have traded Russell. Now, I know there were locker room issues. That's a separate thing. But the point is, had they kept D'Angelo Russell, they don't have to take Lonzo Ball, do they? Was Lonzo Ball worth trading D'Angelo Russell for? Because had they kept D'Angelo Russell and not needed a point guard, maybe they draft Jason Tatum with a number 2 overall pick. Now they got Russell and Tatum on rookie deals with the rest of that squad, and they signed LeBron James. How would that look right now, y'all? Think about that for a second. So what do I peel away from all this? I apply it to Lonzo Ball, actually. You got Lonzo now. Patience. I know he's the number 2 overall pick. I know, guys, he looks like a bust at times, but I think he has higher upside than D'Angelo Russell. And Russell's an all-star in his 4th year. Patience, young grasshopper.
You alluded to something, Max, I'll touch on. So not only was Russell trending, but Lonzo was trending, and for the wrong reasons. And as somebody that watches League Pass faithfully, I've noticed the trend. A lot of former Lakers are balling this year that were recently a part of their team. Lou Williams with the Clippers, probably going to win 6th Man of the Year. Brooke Lopez is playing quality minutes with Milwaukee, who's the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Julius Randle, one of the most improved players in the game, who they let walk for nothing so they can open up 2 max spots. LeBron James took 1. And the other, D'Angelo Russell, who helped resurrect the Nets when Karis LeVert got injured because he was on the pace to actually be an all-star this year. They signed Dinwiddie to a contract because he was playing really well. So what this means for Brooklyn is they're in position, like Stephen A. said, for guys to actually live to what they talk about. Players always talk about wanting to win and how they are willing to sacrifice whatever it takes. If that is the case, in their current cities, the Nets and the Clippers were always considered JV brands to the Knicks and the Lakers. So now will players say, I want to go to New York and play for the better team or for the bigger brand? It will let you know what their intentions are. The exact same thing in Los Angeles, where the Clippers have positioned themselves to be in the playoffs, and the Lakers are so far out of it, they may even end up getting the 4th pick based on their odds when the lottery comes.
Jalen, let me tell you, first of all, I appreciate the astute analysis. You're right on the money. I have nothing to disagree with there, my brother. No doubt about it. But I got to tell you something. Jalen, I need your help because I'm emotional right now. Because we all know, you understand what I'm saying? I'm a New York Knicks fan. Look, man, Steve Mills, Scott Perry, I've known them for years. You know I'm rooting for them. Make no mistake about it. But I got to sit here and tell y'all right now, as a native New Yorker born in the Bronx, raised in Hollis, Queens, let me be very, very clear. The only thing that I could see as a negative for the Brooklyn Nets right now is traffic on Atlantic Avenue. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that I can say, that I can point to. And by the way, you got 9 different subway lines that get you to the Barclays Center. So you don't even have to get stuck in traffic.
Barclays is a good
so
place
I
to
might
watch
be
a game.
exaggerating because we all know I don't really have to use public transportation anymore in terms of the subway. So I'm not getting on the subway. So I got to get stuck in traffic if I want to go to the Barclays Center. But the fans that show up to the Barclays Center probably don't have to deal with that. So if you are the New York Knicks, this is nightmarish. They're 23 games better than you in the win column. They're the Brooklyn Nets. They've got leadership up top. They got a damn good coach. They got a damn good roster. Not with stars,
and Stephen
but with
don't
cats
forget,
that can ball. And oh, by the way, got heart and they got cap space. I'm getting very, very nervous for the New York Knicks. I'm getting very nervous.
The Knicks have always run unopposed in New York in the NBA. There's never been another New York team. The Nets were in Jersey by the time they were in the NBA. The Nets are in Brooklyn now. In Brooklyn. The first major league franchise, so to speak, in Brooklyn since the Dodgers and Giants left in the late 50s. They're poised.
I think you guys are underestimating what I said. I would love to believe when guys say they pick a situation to win. So it seems like if you're going to New York, you would go to the Nets. It seems like if you're going to LA, you would go to the Clippers based on these teams who are ascending without a superstar level player. But now we're in the era of trying to secure likes. We're in the era of trying to secure follows. And usually that happens when you go with the bigger brand. And I'm trying to tell you guys,
I hope you're right.
I truly believe
I hope you're right.
If these big name players decide to bolt to those cities, they're going to go toward the brand, not necessarily
Jalen,
the best team.
Knicks ain't getting who they think they're getting.
I'm not rooting against the Nets. I'm not rooting against the Nets. I hope they get something. I'm not rooting against the Nets. I hope they get something. But my God, Jalen, I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Guys, no Laker more beloved than Kobe Bean Bryant bleeds purple and gold. And getting LeBron and not making the playoffs wasn't part of the master plan in LA, but in an interview for ESPN's